Rice is one of the most consumed foods on Earth. A crop that feeds billions daily, supports entire cultures, and shapes global trade. Yet behind every bag of rice in a supermarket is a massive agricultural and industrial system involving GPS-guided tractors, water-flooded paddies, high-capacity harvesters, drying silos, milling machines, optical sorters, polishing drums, robotic packers, and logistics chains designed to move grain safely from field to store shelves. What appears as a simple grain is actually the result of complex field management, delicate timing, moisture control, and precise processing. And today on the How Factory, we're going inside that system to see how rice is harvested, dried, milled, sorted, polished, packaged, and shipped at monumental scale. Rice production begins months before harvest with the management of rice paddies, large plots of land engineered to hold water. Farmers prepare these fields using heavy tractors pulling leveling blades and plows that flatten the soil into perfectly even surfaces. Laser-guided leveling systems ensure the field grading is exact, so water spreads uniformly during the growing cycle. Once seedlings mature in nursery beds or greenhouses, mechanical transplanters move through the flooded fields, planting rows of young rice plants with incredible precision. Throughout the growing season, water levels are carefully regulated. Flooding suppresses weeds, stabilizes soil temperature, and creates the anaerobic environment rice thrives in. Pumps, gates, and irrigation channels move water from reservoirs, rivers, or wells. In some regions, vast irrigation networks branch across thousands of acres, controlled by a mix of automation and manual gates. As the plants grow, farmers monitor nutrient levels, applying fertilizers using amphibious tractors or drone sprayers that skim above the water surface. Handheld sensors and drone imaging detect nutrient deficiencies or signs of disease. When the plants reach maturity, turning golden and bending with the weight of ripened grain clusters called panicles, the paddies are drained. Draining the field ferments the soil so machinery can move without sinking. Over the next week or two, the rice plants dry naturally under the sun, preparing them for harvest. Once the paddies are dry enough to support heavyweight machinery, rice combines enter the fields. These combines are specialized harvesting machines designed to cut the stalks, separate the grains from the husks, clean them, and store the rough rice, all in one continuous process. As the combine moves through the field, its cutting header slices the stalks just above ground level. Inside the combine, a threshing drum or rotor beats the stalks, freeing the rice grains. The mixture then passes onto sieves where forced air blows out leaves, stems, and lightweight debris. Clean, rough rice, still encased in its papery outer husk, falls into the grain tank. Sensors inside the combine track grain moisture, yield per acre, and grain purity in real time. These machines are often guided by GPS, creating detailed yield maps that help farmers plan for next season. Because combines can fill their grain tanks quickly, tractors pulling grain carts drive alongside them while they harvest. An unloading auger on the combine pours the rough rice into the cart without pausing the harvest. This continuous harvesting system maximizes efficiency and beats incoming weather. Grain carts then transfer the rice into waiting trucks that haul the crop to on-farm storage yards or commercial drying facilities. As soon as the rice leaves the field, timing becomes critical. Rice harvested too wet can spoil rapidly, leading to mold growth or discoloration. To prevent this, rough rice must be dried immediately. At the drying facility, which may be part of a farm or a commercial mill, trucks unload rice into receiving pits. From there, bucket elevators lift the grain to massive drying silos or continuous flow dryers. These dryers push heated air through large columns of rice, evaporating moisture until the grain reaches the ideal storage level, typically around 12 to 14% moisture. Temperature sensors inside the dryer constantly measure heat and humidity. Too much heat can crack the kernels, reducing quality, while too little heat leaves rice susceptible to spoilage. Modern dryers use computer controls that adjust airflow and burner output every few seconds to maintain perfect conditions. Once dried, the rice moves into storage bins, tall steel silos equipped with aeration fans that keep the grain cool and dry. These bins may hold thousands of tons. Fans circulate fresh air through perforated floors, preventing moisture pockets and reducing the risk of insect infestation. Temperature cables running through the grain mass monitor conditions around the clock. Operators watch these readings closely. If a hotspot appears, they run fans or move grain to another bin to equalize temperatures. The next stage is milling, the transformation of rough, inedible rice into the polished grains seen on store shelves. The milling process begins with cleaning. Rough rice passes through screens, magnets, gravity separators, and aspiration ducts to remove stones, dust, metal fragments, straw pieces, and anything that does not belong. This ensures the milling machinery remains undamaged and free of contamination. After cleaning, the rice enters the dehusking or dehulling machine. This machine uses rubber rollers rotating at different speeds to gently crack the hull without breaking the grain inside. The hull, a lightweight, fibrous outer shell, is blown away by airstreams or separated by density. The result is brown rice, which still retains its bran layer. Some rice is sold as brown rice at this stage, but for white rice, milling continues. Next, the brown rice enters the polishing stage. Vertical or horizontal whitening machines use abrasive cones or rollers that gently rub away the bran layer. As the bran is removed, the grain becomes whiter and smoother. Polishing must be carefully controlled because over-polishing can break kernels, generate excessive heat, or remove too much of the grain's nutritional value. Air is continuously blown through the machine to carry away bran dust and prevent overheating. For premium white rice, the grain passes through a second or even third polishing machine, each one refining its appearance and texture. Once polished, rice is sorted for quality. Optical sorters, sophisticated machines equipped with high-speed cameras and jets of compressed air, examine every grain as it falls across a chute. These cameras capture thousands of images per second, detecting discolored rice, broken kernels, stones, unhulled grains, or foreign objects. When a defective grain is spotted, a precise air jet blasts it out of the stream. This ensures the final product meets strict quality standards. Some facilities also use shape sorting machines that remove grains that are too short, too long, or irregular. Broken rice, which occurs naturally during milling, is collected separately. It is not discarded. Instead, broken rice is used for cereals, rice flour, brewing, pet food, or processed foods. Meanwhile, whole kernels continue to the grading stage, where sieves separate rice by size. Long grain, medium grain, and short grain rice all have different cooking characteristics, so mills classify and package them accordingly. After sorting and grading, the rice is ready for packaging. Packaging lines begin with large stainless steel hoppers fed by elevators and conveyors. Rice flows from the hopper into weighing units that dispense exact quantities. Anything from a few ounces for retail bags to 25-kilogram sacks for restaurants and export markets. Automated bagging machines cut, fill, and seal plastic or paper bags at high speed. Vertical form fill seal machines create bags from flat film, gently drop rice inside, remove excess air, and seal them with heat. Printed labels or inkjet systems add batch numbers, nutritional facts, expiration dates, and traceability codes. For larger packaging formats, robotic bag placers and palletizers take over. They stack heavy sacks of rice onto pallets in perfectly aligned layers. Stretch wrap machines secure each pallet to protect it during transport. Everything is tracked digitally using barcodes or RFID tags, ensuring each batch can be traced from field to store. Some premium brands vacuum seal their rice or use nitrogen flushing to protect freshness during long-distance shipping. Meanwhile, quality control laboratories constantly test rice samples throughout the process. Technicians measure moisture, purity, grain length, aroma, cooking performance, whiteness, and chalkiness. Microbiological tests ensure rice is free from contaminants. This data is logged and stored, providing complete traceability and compliance with food safety regulations. Finally, packaged rice enters the logistics chain. Trucks haul pallets to distribution centers, export terminals, or directly to supermarkets. Shipping containers move rice across oceans, while regional warehouses distribute it to local retailers. By the time a shopper picks up a bag of rice at a grocery store, the product has passed through dozens of mechanical, thermal, and quality inspection checkpoints, all designed to protect grain integrity and guarantee a consistent cooking experience. What makes rice production remarkable is the blend of traditional farming and cutting-edge industrial engineering. It begins in flooded paddies worked the same way for centuries, yet ends in automated factories with robotics and sensors ensuring microscopic precision. Earth, water, biology, and machinery work together in a tightly controlled ballet. And that is exactly how rice is harvested, threshed, dried, stored, milled, polished, sorted, packaged, and shipped worldwide. A sophisticated chain of agriculture, engineering, and logistics behind one of humanity's most essential foods. Thanks for watching The How Factory, where we reveal how the world really works. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more deep dives into the machines and systems behind everyday products.